Hello and welcome to the Academy of Magical Art. My name is Iana Rain and I would like to talk to you about a little ceremony that we can do for this upcoming holiday for New Year's. And basically, this kind of came to me over the last week or so. We've been having a lot of people coming to us with problems and things that, they're so glad this year's over, and it kind of sprung a little idea for me. And so basically what you're going to need for this is some lavender or some tobacco. You could use incense also. Preferably something that you could burn as an offering will work, and you want something that's high vibration. You're going to need a piece of paper, and actually you're going to need two pieces of paper and a pen. And so what I would like to do, and this is what I'm going to be doing this evening with a group of our friends and family, we are going to open sacred space, and you're going to take the first piece of paper and you're going to sit down and write all of the things that you would like to leave behind in this year. Things that you are grateful for, lessons that you are grateful for, things that you would not like to take into the new year, lessons that have been learned, and of course we want to give gratitude for all of these things as well. I don't want it to be necessarily negative. I would like for it to be upbeat, but just something that you feel that you would like to leave in this year, and give gratitude for the lesson that you have learned from it, and so on and so forth. And when you are going to fold this piece of paper, after you write down what you need on it, what you'd like to have on it, you're going to fold it away from you. Because those are things that you want to pull away. You do not want to bring them back into you. That would kind of defeat the purpose of letting this stuff go. Also, what we need too is you're going to need some kind of a kettle or a cauldron or even an outdoor fire, because in this ceremony we're going to actually burn these items. The pieces of paper and the sage, lavender, whatever you have for an offering. That was also on the things you need list. Going back to the list, you want to fold that one, the one that you want to let go of and leave in this year, away from you. You want to pull that energy away, so you're folding and symbolizing pulling it away, drawing it out. So we set that aside, and then we take the piece of paper that is for the new year. And what I would like is for you to put down blessings you would like, blessings you would like for others, things that you would like to call to yourself for the new year. And when you have that done, we're going to fold that towards us. So the reason for that is obviously the opposite of pushing the paper away. So you're going to fold that towards you. So you'd want to do it like 4 times. So you have it in quarters. And you're going to fold that towards you every time. So you're going to have the open end to you and the folded in on the outside. And when you are doing the taking away from, the folded end is facing you and the opened in is facing the outside. So once you have that paper, you have both of them. The paper that we are going to burn for this past year will go first. And basically, if there's a group of you or if you're doing this individually, you can basically stand around your fire, your flame, your cauldron, whatever you have decided to use as a sacred fire. Now, if you are unfamiliar with a sacred fire is a fire that has sacred space opened around it. You can open the sacred space, you start the fire. You can put offerings in the fire, such as oils, lavenders. You can also use candles if you are able to be outside for a sacred fire. When you are using candles, you are supposed to put them on a fireproof plate, and you pick colors that are significant for the flame that you would like to have. Originally, you wouldn't want to burn paper on top of these fires when they're using candles, but what you can do is you can have a big cooking pot next to you, or for those of you who have cauldrons, you can have that next to you, and you can start the paper on the candle with the flame and then transfer it very gently into the pot or the kettle. But if you're outside, you can go right ahead and you take turns. Usually you can go the oldest to the youngest or vice versa. Seeing as how we're bringing in a new year, I would recommend that, if you're in a group, that the oldest would go first and letting that go because you're calling in new. And then when you get to the youngest, they go ahead and do that, and they burn the things they want to get rid of. So then what you want to do is you want to step back. If you're sitting around candles or an actual fire, you sit back and get back into the position that you were standing or sitting in. And then you want to bring forward the prayers and the things that you would like to bring forward for this new year. And now this ceremony can be done for the waxing and waning moon. You can do this for different holidays, different Sabbats. This is not solely for the new year. I just thought that with all of the things that were peeking up in the last little bit here, that it would probably be a really, really neat idea to help bring the new year in on a very positive note with blessings. So once you do that, you're going to take your paper that you have for the blessings and things you want to bring into you for the year. And if you have the tobacco or whatever it is that you want to give for an offering, because it is believed that the incense and the oils and the other offering of herbs will lift your prayers. And it's also an offering to the gods, whatever it is that you are calling to, the higher power, the divine. I like to use the divine because it's universal and everybody understands that. So you would take your pinch of tobacco, lavender, what have you, and you're going to take prayers or requests or whatever you have written down on the paper. And this time we're going to go to the oldest first, and we'll go reverse way. And that person is going to go ahead and either light that on the candle flame and transfer it, or they're going to go ahead and place that right into the fire. Now, if you do have a candle flame and you have that little bit of tobacco, it's recommended that you transfer that flame into a place of burning, maybe like a shell, an abalone shell for smudging. You could use another fireproof plate. You could, if you really want to, you could actually go ahead and sprinkle those herbs right over those candles, as long as everything is safe and protected. So if you're outside and you have a natural fire, what you would want to do is go ahead and burn your positive affirmations first. And then when you're done, you're going to want to get into a position of gratitude. And so what I do is I put both of my hands together and I place them by my heart. I place them, so this is knowing with love and respect. You then take your hands and you place them to your throat, speaking of truth and coming forthright. And then you take up to your third eye for the connection to the divine. And then you take both of your hands over your head to acknowledge that you are connected with spirit. And then you bring them back down. And then after you do this, you would take your offering and you would sprinkle it. And then when you are done having your connection, you step back into position and allow the next person to go. Now, this is a really cool way to kind of wipe the slate, start new, some positive energy. I hope that everybody enjoys this. If you have any questions, let us know. And I would like to wish all of you a very, very, very happy and safe New Year's. And I can't wait to see what we come up with in the next coming year. We have a lot of wonderful things planned, and I love you all. I send blessings and abundance, and may all of your dreams be joyous and filled with laughter and happiness. Again, thank you for joining us. This is Iana Rain, and Happy New Year, blessed be, and Namaste.